Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to Pick and Mix, where we have a different thing every week on a Thursday. What are we doing this week? Well, we're going to have a wander down the sidewalk, which means we look at an American top 10. And today we're going to look at the top 10 singles in the USA on the 14th of December, or as they say in America, December 14, 1991. Now, way back in 1991, which was 32 years ago. So if it's your birthday, happy birthday. That meant you was born on a Saturday, and there wasn't a leap year, and you're part of the millennial generation. You're the Sagittarius, and Chinese zodiac was sheep, ghosts, goat even, not ghost. Who was president at the time? Well, it was this man, George Bush Sr. So I had a look at birthdays. It was a very quiet day. So, who was born on this day in 1991 is Offset. Kari Cyphers, who's an American rapper, was born in Georgia in 1991. And today it was some sad news. We lost one of the great cricket commentators and writer, and a guy and a man that also wrote some hymns. The brilliant John Arlott died at the age of 77 on this day. Now, John Arlott had a lovely voice. It was a real rugged sort of voice, and he was wonderful with words. That's a very bad impression of John Arlott. Also, sadly passed away on this day in 1991 was Robert Edison, British actor who played Uncle Salus, died at 83. And that's a very sad incident. Remember the ferry boat Salem Express sank in the Red Sea, and 476 people perished in that very bad disaster. I remember that. It was quite upsetting. Okay, but that's enough of history. Let's have a look at the top 10 singles on that day. So, at number 10, up 5 places, Marky Mark, but his actor Mark Wahlberg and the Funky Bunch and their version of Lou Reed's Wild Side. This is the highest it got in America, and it only got to number 42 in the UK. I like this version of the song. It's a bit rappy in places, but it's quite fun. I mean, I love this song anyway. I think it's a great song. So, number 9, we have a non-mover. That's What Love Is For from Miss Amy Grant. It eventually got to number 7 on the US Billboard, but only managed number 60 here in the UK. I don't remember this being played much in the on the radio in 1991, and I think that's probably why it didn't get very high in the charts. But listen to this. Everyone's heard of Amy Grant, and she had a really good voice, so I can't understand why it didn't do much better. At number 8, up 3 places, finally, CeCe Peniston. Big hit, both sides of the Atlantic. Only got to number 5 here in... No, start again. It only got to number 5 in America, but here in the UK, it made number 2. Yeah, I remember this song. I'm not a great lover of it, must admit. But there you go. Okay, number 7, down 1 place for Mariah Carey, and I Can't Let Go. On its way down from the number 2 spot in America, but only made number 20 here in the UK. I remember this being always on the radio, especially the independent radio stations in the UK. Not one of my favourite songs. Okay, number 6, we had a non-mover, Blowing Kisses in the Wind for Paula Abdul. Peaked at number 6 on the US, but was never released in the UK as a single. Not a huge fan of Paula Abdul, but I'll give her a due. She could sing. And if you like that thing, that's good, but not for Iain. Okay, number 5, we also had another non-mover. Colour Me Bad, All for Love. Did get to number 1. Was number 1 in New Zealand as well for them, and only top 10 hit for number 5 in the UK. Not my sort of thing. I see these bands as what I call them, dance formation bands. That's all they were. They had no musical inkling. All they did was sing. Couldn't write anything. There we go. Okay, at number 4, down 2 places, Michael Bolton's version of When a Man Loves a Woman. A former number 1 in America, but only got to number 18 here in the UK. I mean, Michael Bolton is a good singer, don't get me wrong. He doesn't do a bad version, but it's certainly not Percy Sledge, is it? So I'm not... it's okay, but I prefer Percy's. Okay, number 3, another non-mover. A lot of records not moving anywhere this week. Set Adrift on Memory's Bliss, PM Dawn. Big hit in the US. Got to number 1. Number 3 in New Zealand. It only got to number 17 here in the UK. Certainly not my cup of tea. What annoys me about this is when it all started to come. People sampling. This has got bits of Spandau Ballet's True. Very naughty, but I don't think the Kemp brothers mind too much because they got the royalties. So there you go. Okay, number 2. Another non-mover. It's Hard to Say Goodbye by Boys to Men. This is where it peaked. Didn't get any higher. Never released in the UK. What a dreary song this is. Oh, no wonder it wasn't released over here. It's absolute garbage. I just hate it. But at number 1, second week of a 6-week stint at the top, it's Michael Jackson and Black or White. Big hit all over the world. Number 1 in practically every country except Germany and Holland, where it got to number 2. This is a really good video song by Michael Jackson. The guitar work is terrific. It's a brilliant video. I think every kid growing up has been through this with their parents. Turn that music down. One of his finest songs, I think. So there we go. We have got another in different sort of 90s top 10 in America. Different to what it was over here because we had Britpop over here. So I can't remember what year we get next. Okay, that's all for videos today, but I'll be back tonight for live stream. What have we got for tomorrow? Well, we've got a live album ranking of some prog. We're going to do the Dutch prog band Focus, and we've also got a new album review, or as I'm calling it, the new old album, because it's a Neil Young album and it's more of an acoustic album of his songs of his past, and it is called Before and After. So that's all coming up tomorrow. If I don't see you tonight on the live stream, have a good day and bye for now.